Klaviyo versus Mailchimp. I'm gonna tell you right now, one of these platforms is significantly better than the other, and it's not Mailchimp. I fucking hate Mailchimp. And in this video, I'm gonna tell you exactly why I recommend you use Klaviyo, all the benefits that Klaviyo has over Mailchimp, and a bunch of other cool things as well. If you like the channel, if you like me, subscribe, check out my newsletter in the description as well. Check out the channel, there's a bunch of cool free information on here. And if you need a hand with email marketing, this is all I do, email and SMS marketing. I run my agency around that. Let's get into the video. So for those of you who have been following me for a while, and I don't think there's really any of you guys, you'll know I hate Mailchimp. And I'm gonna show you why I choose pretty much any other platform out there over Mailchimp. So let me log in with my username, I hate Mailchimp so much. Let me get my password in there. I bet you there's gonna be an issue just actually trying to log in here, but let me show you. So first of all, I'm trying to log in here and I can't even like reset my password, which is infuriating. But let me try and actually create a whole new account now. This is one of the things that I really hate too. Like Mailchimp makes it so difficult to even just create an account and log in. And I've actually been in touch with the support to figure this out multiple times, but never seem to get a resolution. Okay, I actually literally can't even log into my accounts. One of the things I hate about Mailchimp is they actually make you pay for any plan that you get on. Within Klaviyo, you actually have free plans to actually navigate the dashboard, figure things out a little bit, and actually work within there. Now, unfortunately, since I can't actually log into Mailchimp, which is like the worst fucking platform I've ever seen in my life, I'm gonna go ahead and run through Klaviyo specifically, and I'm gonna speak to some of the reasons why Klaviyo is better, using Klaviyo as an example, and just trust me, you can't do these things within Mailchimp, which seems to have been coded in hell itself. So, first things first, list and segments. Within Klaviyo, you can create segments that comprise of and/or conditions. Within Mailchimp, you cannot. Let me show you an example of this. So if I create a segment, I go IB test, right? I can create a segment that comprises of and/or conditions. Notice this. So what somebody has done, active on site, what somebody has done, placed order at least once. I can create these conditions here. And then I can create additional and conditions. So somebody can match one of these and they have to match one of these. For example, what somebody has done, if somebody is in a list, cool. So they can match any one of these conditions here. And for example, they can receive email marketing. Within Mailchimp, you cannot do that. You can create a condition that comprises of one of these things, but not an and/or condition, if that makes sense. Basically, in a really simple sense, it allows you to create more targeted segments within Klaviyo as opposed to within Mailchimp. Another thing that Klaviyo allows you to do is within the sign-up forms. So in sign-up forms, for example, here, you can actually tag people based off of what they say or respond to within your form. For example, if I ask somebody what their email address is and they click sign up, I can tag them. I can tag people based off of what they fill out within my form. Like I can say, hey, this person here, I can add a tag, form, or I can create a property like they subscribed to the abandonment pop-up, and I can tag them with that profile property, which allows me to send them down different pathways and different automations, and also allows me to send them specific campaigns based off of their profile property tag. That is very useful for campaigns and automations. Within Mailchimp, I cannot do that, which is absolutely insane. I know it sounds like I'm angry right now, because I am, but within Mailchimp, you can't tag profile properties using their pop-up forms. It's absolutely infuriating, and it kind of defeats the whole purpose of a pop-up form outside of capturing the email subscription, which is wild, right? So don't use Mailchimp. Another thing that makes Mailchimp like incredibly useless is the level of depth that you can go within your flows. So within Klaviyo, right, I can create automations and flows off of a whole range of metrics. For example, add to cart, start a checkout, abandon cart, all sorts of cool things that can be passed from third-party platforms. And I can also create filters and splits based off of actions and tags and conditional splits related to the profile property. Let me give you an example here. So I can build a flow in Klaviyo. I can build my own IB test, okay? Create manually. I can do it off of, for example, I've integrated Stripe, so I can integrate Stripe here. I'll just go issued invoice, save. So the moment an invoice is issued, I can trigger this automation here. Now, I can create conditional splits and I can create trigger splits. Within Mailchimp, I can only create conditional splits, which means it references things historically related to my profile, not related to the actual trigger itself. Now, at the time of recording, this is true. It may have been updated since then. A conditional split references historical actions related to the profile. For example, I can say what somebody has or has not done, opened or bounced an email at least once in the last 30 days, right? It's going to look back on that profile in the last 30 days, and I can send them down different pathways within the automation based off of that conditional split. The trigger split references the actual trigger. Nothing historical, just the trigger itself, right? And I can reference things, for example, what was in that trigger, right? Was the abandoned cart, for example, that triggered the flow, was it related to this product? And I can then send people down different pathways based off of that. What that allows me to do is create more dynamic automations, more robust automations that are more personalized, and actually allows you to use email marketing in a way that is effective and works well. Mailchimp, there's a bunch of other reasons too, but these are the major reasons and the major headaches that I actually come to when it comes to working with Mailchimp. Number one, I can't even log into my goddamn account. That's problem number one, okay? But number two is that segmentation sucks. Number three is they force you to go on a paid plan, whereas Klaviyo does not, okay? Number three is it's conditional splits, and the flows are not nearly as robust as Klaviyo either. If you're tossing up between these two platforms, I highly recommend you go to Klaviyo. 90% of the clients that come to me with Mailchimp come to me because they want to transition off of Mailchimp into Klaviyo. If you want to talk about this, comment down below, book a time with me. You don't have to pay me for this. I will happily preach about how bad Mailchimp is for free. So just comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you found this useful, and if you have any questions, chuck them down below as well. I will answer anything and everything about this. And subscribe to my newsletter too. But thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. I release videos like this 3 times a week.